What up, though? What's happening this morning? It's been a little while. I got a feeling, I got a strange feeling that I've been missed. Am I hallucinating again? I got a strange feeling that somebody, somewhere, somehow is missing me. You know what I mean? Hmm. What's going on in this YouTube world? Got a few things I want to talk about. Just a few. I want to let a little bit more time roll off. You did. What up to everybody and everybody that comes in contact with this live? This your man's King Curl. Hope, hopefully giving you a good start to your day. But I'm gonna let one more minute roll off before I start my thought process slash rant slash um, awareness, whatever you want to call it. But it's going down, and I'm gonna give it to the 3 minute mark. See, the thing about let me shut up because I'm gonna get going before the 3 minute mark. Get your popcorn, your coffee, your chips, your cereal, your sandwich. I don't think I've been here for over a week or so. So I got a little bit to unload. Please, please take your time. Take your time. Please. So hopefully my background music ain't too loud and I can be heard. But what up to everybody that comes in contact with this live? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Maybe that'll do it right there. And hope your life is intact. Hope no stress is beating you down. Mm. I've just been checking around, looking around, and before I get on with myself, talking about myself at length, I want to just say there's a lot of so-called adult people that take this internet stuff a little bit too serious. And I mean, where it is real life, some of these people, this is their life. They're like the young man that I shared on my community wall a couple weeks ago. Ooh. Oh, sorry about that. Maybe a month ago, that had the thought process, and he said that life is BS. He works from home. He never hardly comes outside. He said life is BS, right? And that goes to show the people that's on here. The people that always got so much to say, the people that nitpick, the people that speaks on everything, have done everything. These be the people with the worst lives, the worst life conditions that you can ever imagine. Like when Sleasley spoke on me a couple months ago when I took a picture and said I'm outside. This dude has nothing going his way right now, but he chose the first thing he want to say to somebody is something negative, something unkind, something unpleasant. And that's just social media in a nutshell. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the people that's you should watch out the most is the people that suck up to you. The people that don't, you know, you don't do no wrong, and they, you know, put their signature on everything you do, whether it's right or wrong. You know. Now, me myself, I won't speak on or try to chastise somebody I consider cool on here. But if we talk behind the scenes, I will give my honest opinion on things. People take this stuff so serious, man. Like you had one guy on here that said that if people on here really thought that he told on people, his life would be in danger. Like, wow, you're really that pathetic that people in your real life, because you know the slur or the thing that was said was supposed to be a lie. It's supposed to be a lie, and there's no proof of the lie and things like that, right? So if it's a lie, you mean to tell me your life is in danger from a lie? Like, where does that happen anywhere in the world besides somebody pathetic that live on social media instead of the real world? Where does it happen? And it's so funny and so crazy at the same time. And like this is people's reality. And they tell on themselves like every time they open their mouth, every time they type, they literally spill the beans on themselves. And I like to say for the record, man, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that's on here for nobody but myself. I guess you can look at it something like a therapy. Like I be having a lot of things on my mind, and the people I deal with in real life, you know, some of them Masons, some of them is people that's in fraternities, some of them cops, some of them lawyers, some of them business owners. And the type of talk, I have to wait till they initiate it before I just come out and talk about it, because they may feel like I'm being offensive towards them and their lifestyle. So I literally have to sit back and wait till certain conversation pieces are opened up on their end before I open them up. So this is like a therapy. This is like I sit on here, I get on here, and I have a lot of stuff on my mind, and a lot of stuff just won't go away until I talk about it. So that's what I use this platform for. And a lot of my videos, the older ones, I haven't really went back and researched and listen to what I was talking about. Not a lot of them, but oh, I literally go listen to the dialogue I put down, just so I can make sure I don't do the same thing too many times, or I don't talk about the same issues too many times. Um, but the thing is, y'all, and I know y'all hear it on TV a lot nowadays. Mental illness is the new um, tyrant. Mental illness. They blaming everything on mental illness, and to be honest with you, I can't blame them. Um, but it's not organic at the same time. Um, One day I'm gonna take y'all up, do a road, drive video, and I'm gonna go up the street called East Grand Boulevard. A lot of real big houses. To make a long story short, up and down the boulevard, East Grand Boulevard, there was let's say 80% houses for the mentally impaired. Like people that couldn't look out for themselves. They pretty good at following orders, but they have breakdowns. They don't take their medicine regularly. They don't clean themselves up regularly. They don't eat like they supposed to regularly. And 80% of the occupancy on East Grand Boulevard in Detroit was for those mentally challenged people. And it was that way all my childhood. And when I came back from the penitentiary, let's say about 20 years old, I realized that they were shutting down a lot of the help for the mentally challenged. And I was wondering, like, where is this going? Why would they do this? And the more big pharma is prevalent, the more mentally challenged you're going to have. So I didn't really understand why, or should I say, why they was taking so much help away from the mentally challenged. But now I can see. See, what they did was they came to the realization that a lot of people was becoming awake. Either they got smart, even smarter on committing crimes, or they stopped committing crimes, period. And the penal system, or should I say the system, the MDOC, has to be fed. It's like a hungry animal. It has to be fed, because if it's not fed regularly, it'll die. It'll collapse. So the system has got to be fed. So what they decided to do, and this is just my POV, this is my point of view, just in case ones don't know what POV is. So what they decided was that we'll use the crimes of the mentally impaired to fill the penitentiaries, to keep the ball rolling, so to speak. And that's what's been happening. A lot of the stuff I hear on the news, I don't believe. But let's take a look at the things that's been going on the news. Somebody pulled up to a water park full of families and just opened fire. This is per the news. This is their description of what happened. Somebody just pulled up and just start unloading on children, families just having fun in a water park, right? Um, then the man killed himself. Now, like I say, and I'm gonna say it again, just to remind people, I don't believe 90% of the things I hear on the news. I listen to it, and I capture um, the propaganda. I capture what where they're trying to lead to. or lean toward. A couple days ago, a 60-year-old man, they described this way on the news. He was frustrated and just started opening fire on people at a gas station in my neighborhood. Uh, not Canton, but Gratiot and Van Dyke. And three people got shot, and a couple other people got hurt from people just trying to pull out real fast. And, maybe got brushed by a car or whatnot. And a pregnant woman, they made sure that was in the news. That a pregnant woman was a victim of getting shot. From what they say, nothing serious, but as soon as the reporter started talking, that's the first thing he brought up: mental illness. Mental illness. So yeah, we got a new tyrant now, and it goes by the name of mental illness. Now I say it new, but it's a tyrant that always been present and it's been unchecked, and it's been unchecked for a reason. And it's an identifying marker where we are in human history too, because as we supposed to be evolving to something better, and that's with technology, medicine, all that stuff, right? Why the medicine has proved to be null and void when it comes to mental illness, right? Now, when I say medicine, that includes the therapy, that includes anything that supposedly or allegedly help people overcome their mental illness. So why are we failing here when it comes to an individual, or should I say our neighbors? And once again, from my point of view, it's not organic. It's a condition that we're groomed to have. People just not caring about their neighbors. Said a person, um, a young lady that was being accosted um, by her boyfriend, and I shared this thought as well because I was a victim of it. People seen the incident going on, but they walked past and act like they didn't see it. Couple people stepped up, and the dude said, "Don't get shot by getting in some business that ain't yours." And those individuals thought about it and kept on walking. So let me tell you about the situation I got into. One of my homeboys, who I did security with back in the days when it came to the clubs and things like that, his sister was talking to somebody, a baby daddy, and this dude was known to put hands on his girl. Not in front of us, but it didn't get to this point. I never knew about it until it happened in front of me. So this was one of my man, somebody that was a little older than me and looked after me, growing up in the hood. So when I found out his sister, or should I say, I realized his sister was getting done this way, I'm one of the first person that hopped up and told the nigga like, "Hey, you know, do me like that. Don't do her like that." The brother overheard me, and he stepped in and came in and held me back. And I'm thinking like, my man, why would be holding me back? Why wouldn't he be going in? So after the smoke clearing everything, y'all, and I invited this brother to a nice little scuffle. My homie come and tell me like this. He said, "Man, I done had to beat this nigga up 2, 3 times. She keep going back to him. I don't want you involved in that, man, because this dude play with guns. And he don't know you like he know me. So if you intimidate him, and I was well far bigger than him, way younger, but I was way far bigger than him. and you intimidate him, he gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna see him coming. So I'm still at the point where I don't care about dying, especially if it's for the right reason. This, that, and other. I feel indestructible, all this good stuff, right? But as time progressed, I could understand where the brother was coming from. And I seen it several more times in my lifetime before I did the same thing that my homie did, was pull people to the side and say, hey, don't get involved in that. You know, maybe call the police or something like that. There's always a shot on the pool table. Maybe you don't have to sacrifice yourself, but there's a way that you can help the situation without putting yourself in danger. So maybe call the police, or, you know, you don't want to put nobody else in danger neither. So maybe call the authorities or something like that, or, you know, run some interference or something like that. Like, oh, you know, maybe even tell a small fib, oh man, here come police. You know, you don't see police nowhere in sight, but just say it, you know, to get a situation a couple minutes or a couple seconds to die down. Maybe it might extinguish the fire he or she got going in. Because where I'm from, women whoop ass too. Excuse my French. They beat men up too where I'm from. You liable to go in the hood and you see a man and a woman fighting like cats and dogs, and the man 9 times out of 10 don't be winning. Yeah. So, you know, mental illness is very prevalent in everybody. And like I said, once again, it's not organic, it's groomed. It's groomed in us from situations like I just named. You hear people say all the time that they would kill somebody trying to steal something out their yard. They would kill somebody for trying to steal from them. And, you know, you take something from somebody, you can always get that something back 9 times out of 10. But the life, ain't nothing you can do about that when it's gone. It's all up to the big guy after a person lose their life. And that's where our values are at. Our values are in things and money. It's not in life. It's not about life. So when you groom a person to be this way from the womb, what do you expect? What do you expect will happen? It becomes a thought of a point of survival, and you teach your kids the same thing that you've ascertained living your life. Don't let nobody take nothing from you. You know how many people in a jail, or should I say in a penitentiary, or in the graveyard from having that thought mentality? I'm going to use my brother for an example. Now, it happened once before I met him, but since I met him, he lost all his DJ equipment, big old outcode keyboard, 15s. He lost this stuff twice. Once before I know him, twice since I know him. And the dude never blew hard, never hit his head or tried to pull his hair out of what happened. The only thing he would do is just get it back. And when he got it back even more so than what he had before. So, and I'm using him as an example of things can be took away from you, and you can have it taken away from you, get it took away from you, and come back and get even more than you had the previous time. Hey, what's going on, Tanya? A lot of people, you know, heard that in reference to Job. Job not only lost his his value, his money, his livestock, his homes, his children. He even lost the friends around him. He lost all of this stuff and got it all back 100-fold because he didn't fall victim to the propaganda and the grooming that this world does to us. You know what it do to us? It have us blaming everybody and everything, including the God that gave us the life that we have, before we blame ourselves. Have us pointing a finger and pointing a finger and never take accountability of nothing ourselves. And if you be on YouTube, you see it a lot. You see a lot of people practicing that way. Everything is everybody else's fault but theirs. No accountability whatsoever. And then we fall back into that subject of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Same thing over and over again. Like the females, say that men going overseas to find relationships now. They don't want nothing to do with us because we starting to stand on our P's and Q's. We starting to stand 10 toes down. No, it's not that. What it is you let your right hand know what your left hand doing. You dig? You're telling a man or men that if your money is not right, you ain't right. And see, as a man, we use that against you. We know that you all about the money, so we present this facade that be all about the money. Get what we need to get or what we want to get, and then we scat. We don't even call, we don't even dear John. We get what we want to get, we satisfy, and we just disappear from the face of the earth as far as you is concerned. What man wants to be with somebody that's only valued by his dollar sign? And that's a question to the masses. What woman want to be with somebody and the only thing she's worth and value to that man is a dollar sign? And then I don't know what happened, y'all, but somewhere along the way, people stopped keeping their personal information to themselves. Like how much money you got in your pocket and how much you're worth and how much this costs, how much that costs. Somewhere along the way, these clowns have been influenced to tell all their enemies, and that's any man you or woman you come in contact with is a potential enemy or op. All their business. Not understanding that flies are attracted to excrement, to feces. Forgive my language. Flies are attracted to shit. So when you tell your ops, you tell your enemies, and again, these are potential strangers that you haven't even ran into yet or met yet, but you come in contact with. When you tell these people all your business, you don't think of the fact that the person you telling your business could be somebody that's going through hell, that's hungry, that just lost their job, that just lost somebody that was basically taking care of them, and they out here hurting. and you're displaying all your wealth like you're better than them, and they're waiting on you to turn your back or drop your countenance so they can kill you and take what's yours or just take what's yours. I seen a young man get robbed on YouTube a couple weeks ago. Had on some nice expensive shades, nice expensive shoes, nice wad in his pocket. And I'm asking myself, how did this dude know? I don't know who the content creator was. How did this dude know he had some wealth on him? Because the dude tried to say he ain't got no money. He ain't got nothing on him. And dude showed him the gun. He said, "Man, if I lift up this gun, I'm gonna shoot you somewhere." That's when dude went ahead and reached in his pocket. Dude was talking, he wanted to be tough in front of the camera. Oh, this, that, and the other. Go ahead, you niggas broke. Y'all need this, that, and the other. And he said, "Oh yeah, I'm broke. Give me them shoes." No, you want the shoes? Yeah, you can have it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now get the hell up out of here. Hey, still profiling. What my girl Tiffany say? Grandstanding in front of the camera. Still woofing. He said, "Matter of fact, man, give me your hat and give me them glasses off your face." Handed him the hat. He said, "Now put the glasses in the hat." Put the glass in his hat. He said, "Now walk up out of here now. I'm about to go spend all your money at the casino. Now walk up out of here now, barefoot, nigga." And I wonder in that split second, y'all, I'm wondering how this dude know his. And the dude say, "Now shoot another live showing off what you got." And I said, "Oh, that's how he knew." Countless people being robbed live, doing lives, stacks of money in their hands. I don't know how these kids or how these people, because it ain't just kids. So let me correct that. It's people my age doing this dumb shit. I don't know how these people are influenced to do dumb stuff, but it's happening right now. And it's happening because we have a problem with mental illness right now. Mental illness. I was listening to Cookie keep on messing her lives because when I influence the sick people to bring my business out here, one of the people in my chat said, "Oh, and I'm telling Cookie about what we found out you did when you was 17." And I'm saying to myself and to the person that said it, "Okay, Ann, what do that pose to mean?" Don't get me confused with nobody off YouTube. I love the articulation Cookie used. I love hearing her talk her stuff. But she don't give me the battery that I run off of. I got a wife already. I got a wife. I don't fear. Listen. I don't fear no man, woman on this bitch. Yeah, I got mad love for her because I like her talent. I like her gift. But don't get me confused with nobody on here. If everybody on this bitch turned their back on me and said, "Nigga, fuck this nigga," I'm still gonna do what I do. Always remember that. I'm on here for me first. Maybe it give me a little bit of clearance on my goings and doings in my life. But just because I got love for a person, consider somebody cool, don't ever think that's gonna make me or break me if they turn ass on me. Ever. Don't get me confused with these people, because you'll be making a big mistake. Shout out to my girl. Real recognize real. She know who I'm is, just like I know who she is. I'm just straight him. I'm that one that move and shake on his own accord, not nobody else accord. Not nobody else accord. And I'm very happy to see that my subscription area is starting to die down again. See, I know what it need, or should I say, if I want my channel to rock, if I want to gain subscribers by dragging niggas, going after my fellow man and belittling people and things like that, trust me, I know the formula to make a channel rock. But I don't want that shit. All that shit come with a price. I don't want that. I let the people that have no life have that. And that's no offense to nobody that's down with that. But when you live and you observe people, you can pretty much ascertain who got a life and who don't. It may be a person that's paid, got 3-4 cars, living in a mansion. But see, you can't spend all your time on this app and still claim to have a life. You can't, it's just impossible. You can't be on here all day, every day, and want a person of the know to believe that you got a life. You can't do both. You understand? You can't do both. You gonna slave for one and the other one gonna be mad, or you gonna slave for the other and the one gonna be mad. You can't do both. And I got a wife. I got one teenager. And my wife ain't letting no damn social media rule my life. She gets that. I be wanting to go to Buddy Lee, but every time Buddy Lee go live, my wife, I got probably a few minutes to chime in on a conversation or something, or listen in. Then my wife coming in. When my wife come in, I don't give a damn about no social media. All that stuff go to waste. Now she want to go take a 2-hour bath like she usually do, or I don't smoke no more, so she may go outside, smoke a cigarette. I may listen in on something while she away from me. But when she's around me, don't no damn social media, don't know YouTube exists. And if I'm about to turn on the camera, about to say something, I forewarn her way ahead of time, like I did when we went out to eat some seafood the other day. We lived what these people trying to experience now. On YouTube, we experienced that in real life. House party, cabarets, clubs. We did that in real time. And we wasn't taking pictures to show everybody what we do. Me and my family got together, and we're going to do it every month. We made a conscious decision not to be like these clones that got everybody in their mix. We made a conscious decision. These moments is for us, not for the world. The only picture y'all got from my family get together was me drinking some Crown World Black. And that was for my boy IB, because that's IB drink. He inspired that picture. But other than that, no, 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 no. Don't get me confused with the grown people that acts like adolescents. I'm not that. I am not that. I don't look at this shit as serious. I look at Family Guy more serious than I look at these people on here. I mean, in a nutshell, the people that say the worst things, they're the sickest people on here. I'm not talking about the people that's attacked and slash back. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about you people that attack people because you disagree with something they said or something they perhaps had done before or the way they live. You know, I used to get so mad because here I am, you know, sitting over there with AOV, and out of all the stuff that people could talk about, they want to talk about how another man choose to live. And I may be in agreement on a whole lot of stuff that people brought up, you know, comb your hair, cut your hair, clean this up, clean that up. But we talking about grown men and women. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody how to live? Now I can understand you give your opinion here and there and this, that, and the other. But I experienced this person getting and listen, y'all, my mama Vic could tell y'all my mama used to go off on him about him. But at least she earned the right to. She made sure he had a place to stay when he had nowhere to go. At least in Detroit. She gave him more love than his own grandma. Because when we heard the way he was getting treated at home in New Jersey, just getting out of jail, we made sure we sent him a lifeline. So at least this person, my mama, earned the right to critique and reprove. We talking about strangers, y'all. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I ain't got to live in filth or dilapidated situations, I'm not gonna clown another man for doing that. I'm not gonna belittle another man for doing things I don't think or I think that's beneath me or I couldn't do myself. See, I look at camping videos. I look at niggas that sleep out in the air. Some of them choose tents. Some of them just go raw dog and just show you they can do it. If push came to shove, they can live off the land. I grew up in the hood. I've seen horrible conditions. Horrible. Now we talking about a young man that was brought up spoiled. He's one of the young men that, you know, people like me used to look at and be envious because he got all the toys, all the video games. I'm fortunate to get one or two things. And this person gets to be the age he is and decided to have a hole in the ceiling and ugly old curtains. Let that man do his thing. What you care? You care more about him or his conditions? And then I seen that with him, and then I looked around and I said, how many other people fall victim to this? And then I seen people that was even worse. And they be the ones that dog walk the niggas even more so for no reason whatsoever. You and this person supposed to be cool, and you leaving the game on just dogging this person out. See, me, myself, I love life. I don't give a damn about what no nigga wearing on his feet, long as that nigga clean. I don't give a damn about name brand this and name brand that and what type of paint on a nigga's ceiling and all this shit. I don't care nothing about that shit. When I hit my people up, when I call them, if I ain't called them in a while, I'm asking them how they doing. Not where you working at, how much money you making. How you doing? How's your family? It's like these people tell on themselves, man. They tell on themselves. Like, do you want friends like that? And then ain't nothing wrong with telling your people stuff, you know, but you're going to put them on trial. You're going to put them in court in front of hundreds of strangers. And the majority of the people, you know, they don't even like them, but this supposed to be your homie. I learned a lot from chilling over there. I learned a lot. I learned so much so that I was able to tie reality in with social media and realize they got a whole lot of things in common. A whole lot of things in common. But see, the thing is, I'm a simple man. I keep a real simple eye. And me being a simple man is what protects me. Because I'm going to let you know something. If you ain't got nothing to give a nigga, if you ain't got nothing another person won't, ain't no nigga going to be around you. Unless he genuine and care about you. You give me 20 niggas, you be fortunate enough to have 2 niggas out there 20 that's genuine people. You ain't got no woman they want to try to get with on the sly. You ain't got no extra money that you like to spend and gloat and show off, or extra things that you can just pass out and give people. Ain't no nigga trying to come around you. Put it to the test and see. When them people come check up on you, always be broke. Try it for a few months. Always be broke. I'll give you something even better. Complain about how broke you is. Complain about how you need some help with this, that, and the other. And don't say I can pay you back or nothing like that. Just complain. And if a person offer just for shits and giggles, tell them ain't no way you can think of how you can pay back if somebody was to loan you or help you out. Watch how your association, watch how the people that frequent you start to thin out. I seen it happen. Somebody told me and I didn't believe them, and I watched it go down with them, and I watched it go down with me. It ain't about because you stop doing bad things. It's because you start being more responsible. It's because you start really paying attention to your surroundings. And when you do that, you don't just spend willy-nilly. You don't just get high all the time. You don't just drink all the time. You don't spend $30 on cigarettes. And in Detroit, y'all, you find the right stores or gas station, you get cigarettes for less than $9. You know, I hear outrageous prices in Chicago and in New York, but get cigarettes less than $9. And I don't mean to plant no seeds like that, but I just want you to understand, spending on stuff like that, you know, spending $30 a day on cigarettes and stuff like that, then you start to understand that, damn, that nigga was right. If you ain't got nothing to give a nigga, if a nigga, you ain't got something a nigga want, nigga ain't gonna keep on coming around you. And that's because we conditioned that way. Don't just blame it on that man or that woman. But when you see it, call it out. Put that shit on the floor. Don't be scared how no person gonna take it. Of course, you want to season it with salt. You don't want to give it to them burnt up or raw. You want to season it. You want to make it pleasant. But call it out. Put it on the floor. You only come around me because of this, that, and the other. I seen a little hookup today. Uh, a young dude caught his friend up talking to his woman behind his back. And the dude who got caught, he say, "Man, I always talk to you. You do stuff with other girls, and I always try to talk to you because you know what happened with me and my girl. And I always try to talk to you about it because you know niggas got their eyes on your girl. Nigga, how you know niggas got eyes on his girl? Cause you do, nigga. Telling his girl about stuff that's happening that she don't know what's happening, getting used for information for his homie. And then his excuse for doing it is because he doing the girl wrong behind her back. Nigga, that ain't your girl. That ain't your friend. This dude is supposed to be your friend. So what the hell you care about what they got going on and you got your own life to live? Yeah, you talk to your homeboy behind closed doors and tell him about himself. But what is you doing talking to this man girl? I can understand the girl might have your number just in case of emergency or something happen. But every time his girl reach out to you, he's supposed to know about it, nigga. And vice versa. Hey, you seen such and such? No, I ain't saying it. You would tell me if he do this, that, and the other, wouldn't he? Yeah, I tell you. All right, bye. Hey, dog, your girl just called me, man, talking about some. If you was to do something, what I tell your nigga supposed to know. He don't supposed to find out by picking up your phone and seeing his girl name on your call log, nigga. See what I did? I had a nigga like that back in the day. He might be on my show one day. Had a nigga named Capone back in the day. And Capone used to do that. You know what I did to Capone? And he might be on my show, but we could never be cool like that. I beat the nigga up. And I cut him off. Now, see, he did it 2 times prior. And I didn't really look at it like that because you know what the saying is. Bros over yos, right? So I didn't really look at it like that. But here it is, the girl that did my bit with me when I went to prison. She tell me your boy acting a little weird, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. So I check him, on the phone from prison. Hey, dog, she doing this with me. I came to prison over some fuck shit. She looked past that and she got my back, this, that, and other. And you trying to take the one person that got my back? You trying to move on her? And this nigga was a ladies' man. So fast forward to when I do get out, I ain't with the girl no more. But when I talk to her, she know everything that's going on in my love life. She know everything that's going on in my life. And I don't even talk to her no more. And I asked her, how you know about this? And she tell me such and such told me. So I don't want to just take her side and it ain't him. And I confront him about it. And when I confronted him about it, he said, no, it wasn't like that. I just did this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. So that's when I got the green light to fire. And it wasn't no beat up like that. It was a couple stones getting thrown. And when I realized wasn't nothing gonna fly back, that's when I just let it be known, hey, for everybody that seen what happened, nigga, that'll never be allowed around me. You don't see me going to talk to your ex or telling your ex or your girl nothing that you doing or nothing that you been doing since y'all ain't been together. It ain't none of my business. It ain't none of their business. What I'm doing talking to your ex folk anyway. All these pretty girls in this world, and I want to mess with something that you was messing around with. And see, it all comes from niggas just wanting the power over you. When they feel inferior to you, they want to have some type of power. They want to put their feet inside your shoes. They want to put your hat on their head. They want to wear your jacket. They want to be able to say, hey, you know, I could do this too and look just as good and feel just as good. I had niggas I haven't even met before wishing that I would have died when I went to the hospital them months ago. Ain't never met her. Ain't never tried to bang they woman. Ain't never tried to take no food out their mouth. You know, all the stuff that would validate you wanting a nigga dead. Never did nothing like that. Only thing I did was protect myself, protect the people that was around me, and check the nigga when I felt like he got out of line. And these coward niggas too coward to do the deed they self. Just wish death on a nigga. That's what type of people we dealing with in the real world and on this social media. In a nutshell, you get 10,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers, you getting money up the wazoo from Cash Apps and PayPal. You think niggas happy for you? Do you really? You that naive to reality? So let me give you an option. Do you think niggas A, happy for you, B, envious or jealous? Take your pick. If you pick A, nigga, you better wake up. Niggas ain't happy for you. They trying to figure out how to get what you got. Niggas ain't happy for you. I got a couple people on here that try to infuse me to make a come up on YouTube. And I always had to tell them, I'm good. I'm good. Because they know what makes money and what attracts attention. And they know I got the personality for it. But see, when it comes to money and fame, remember I told y'all earlier in this live that flies are attracted to shite. Let me tell y'all a little story. And I thought I shared it, but I didn't, y'all. So let me tell y'all a little story. There was an old man and an old woman, right? They lived with each other, was married to each other over 30, 40 years. It came an invention out, right? The corner showers. Y'all ever seen the corner showers? Well, The corner showers came out, but it wasn't no rug to magnify the use of the shower that covered the basis of the curve of the corner shower, right? So the old man and the old woman invented the rugs to complement the corner showers. Became millionaires overnight. Became millionaires overnight, y'all. They attracted some people. Here comes a young man that appeared to be real helpful, very energetic, very helpful, and very professional, and very kind to the older couple, right? So the older couple, they're in they're well off in their ages, and they having health problems here and there. Nothing too shabby, the normal, blood pressure here and stuff like that. And so the young man inserts himself in their life, and they give him a little authority with helping them in their business. Now, my bottom line is gonna come right after I tell y'all about this part. So they're millionaires, right? They use the young man, they use his energy to help promote and help push it. He's making money. Uh, Pretty much doing nothing, just basically sitting down because their business is already established. But there's little errands and things to run that they can't do, or should I say, have a hard time doing, that he's doing. This man then got 20 different phones. He got cameras all through their house without their knowledge. Um, he find out that the wife isn't taking her medication. So he's pretending to be her doctor. The doctor is telling her, well, there's other people that had issues like you. And if you don't mind, I would like for them to call you and give you some motivation on taking the medicines and this, that, and the other. You can call them for advice if certain issues come up and I can't answer the phone, blase split, right? They also got contact information with the husband, so the husband can contact them when the wife, feels certain type of way. Come to find out, y'all, the medicine the young man is giving them is poison. The wife feels some type of way after taking it for so long. The wife starts saying, I ain't trying to take this stuff no more. So this dude got 20 phones. The husband would call one of the number of the people and say, hey, man, let's just call her Susie. Susie don't want to take her medication. Can you help her? Can you talk to her? Because she don't want to hear nothing I got to say. So one of these people will call, talk to the wife, basically get her to take her medicine. You know what I'm saying? Talk kind to her, All these personalities, y'all, is this same young man that's helping them with their business. All while he helping them and manipulating them and poisoning them, he's watching them. He didn't went inside their what you call it, will. He didn't change their will. He didn't alter certain money arrangements and got it going to him while poisoning these older people. And don't worry about it, y'all. I told y'all, when it comes to race, you can't put stupidity and hate and greed. You can't put a number, a color on these things, right? But they wasn't black people. So the final day that they both get poisoned, this dude is watching them die slowly but surely. Having been through there, the daughter has been calling for the last 3 days, don't get an answer, and they haven't called their daughter. So the daughter know about the guy. She called him because he's been keeping an eye on them. The daughter have a couple babies and was in a divorce situation, so her attention is thrown off. And this dude is in charge of watching over her parents. So she called the dude, hey, ain't you seen you talk to mama, daddy? I ain't heard why, woo, 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 woo. So he say, no, I ain't talked to him. I'm going to go over there and see what's going on. So he go over there, to make a long story short, call the police. They're dead. One of them in the bed and one of them dead in a chair. Mind you, y'all, he got cameras in their house already, so he already know they dead. Now, all of this stuff ain't known yet until his name comes up in the investigation on how these people just died and nobody knew about it. So when they arrest this dude, when they search this dude, he's staying with his mama. No bills. This is when they discovered all these cell phones. This is when they discovered that not only did he have all these cell phones, he had a personality for each of the cell phones. He had a different name for them. So this dude was a straight up demon. Demon. And if you see him, y'all, don't look like he capable of no stuff like this. And the bottom line of what I'm trying to get through to y'all is, if these older people wouldn't have became millionaires, they would never have met this guy, and they would never have been getting poisoned, and they would have never died before they was meant to die. And you can say, well, they was meant to die because they would have lived longer than they lived together. And that's why Christ warned us to keep your eyes simple. And they didn't think that they was going to become millionaires when they invented this rug for the corner shower. They just felt like, hey, we done looked around on all these websites. We don't see nobody come up with this idea, so we gonna come up with the idea. And these people were either Australian or English, from London over that way. And bam, they overnight they blew up. They became millionaires, and literally, y'all, overnight. So they ran it for a couple years and started realizing that they didn't have the energy to keep it going, and they basically hired somebody that appeared to be very helpful, very respectful, and that somebody killed them, y'all. That's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful. These people suck up to you, and their whole purpose is to suck you dry. When they realize that people like your personality and your attitude, you let them stick around long enough, they're going to even start acting like you, behaving like you. You got to quit being naive. If these people would have stayed broke, they never would have got poisoned by this dude. They never would have had to worry about nothing like that, because if you ain't got nothing somebody else won't, they don't want to be bothered with you. Probably couldn't even get that guy to take out their garbage for them. Old, needy, oh no, I gotta go to work. I ain't got time for that. You got to watch your back, man, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Gotta protect yourself. And these people, yeah, I'm a go and I'm gonna be making this much money, yep, and you're gonna have that much many more people surrounding themselves or camping up under you, waiting for you to slip and fall in some form of fashion. And while they waiting, they gonna have their hands out. They ain't gonna do it, uh, where you can ascertain what they're doing. They gonna do it inadvertently. Just make sure they always there at the right time, right? Always there at the right time. And listen, if y'all like me, we don't go around, we don't be keeping no iron eye on niggas like that. We don't. We don't. We just, when we see certain things, we call it out. And we forewarn niggas. If you ain't here for the right reasons, you might want to not come back around here no more. Because we don't play. Me and mine, we don't play. I got some homies out here that's more serious about my health and more serious about my top than my blood. We don't play. So if you ain't in it for the right thing, you ain't got the right motivation behind you, it's gonna be revealed. So you might want to just go ahead and push it and don't even risk your life like that, because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Keep a simple eye, y'all. But letting these people know what you got. Know what you made of. If your personality ain't vibrant enough, hey, that's it. That's why I understand why my bro, and it was kind of hypocritical on his part, because he didn't put the app in for the the screen, him to get money through YouTube, but announced that he was getting money from people. And that just ain't my style. I never liked that. I never agreed with that. And you know what? I'm off a little bit, because the reason he didn't do it through YouTube, because he didn't want to get YouTube none of his money. It wasn't to be secretive about it. But me, I'm secretive because I know flies are attracted to shite. And I'm not going to do your job for you. If you here to take what I got, nigga, you got to do the work. I'm not going to do the work for you. I'm not going to do the work for you. And while we own this famous and money thing, did y'all hear about the young YouTuber that shot his girlfriend in the face? So let me give you my opinion about it. My opinion about it is, I don't know how famous they were, but when it comes to fame, and these people want you to be their puppet, if you say no to their advances, you'll end up just like that young man. If you say no to them and they just offered you so many millions for you to be with them or work for them, and you say no, you will end up going to court for shooting your friend in the face. and you don't even be the one that did it. But see, what you got to understand is the people that run this show, that run YouTube, that run our TV stations, they also run our local law enforcement. So when you be wondering like, well, how I just seen a nigga get killed on YouTube, or let me reword that better. We just seen somebody get unalived on YouTube. But when I say the word, I get my channel took away from me. I get my video snatched down. How is that possible? And it's because the people that run the show, they want you to see people get unalived. They want you to see all these things because when you see it, then it desensitizes you to it. See, those are the things we got to look forward to. And see, when you desensitize to that and think that that's normal, then you don't realize that you at war. You don't realize that you're being hunted and that you're in the middle of a mass war, a worldwide war. So that's why they can do the bad stuff, but you can't. They can say and push all their agendas on you, but you can't even share your point of view. That's why. So the thing is, like I tell y'all, I don't believe 80% of the things I hear, especially when it comes from mainstream. Maybe it's like 95% of the stuff I hear that come from mainstream. But depending on how big these content creators were, and they looked at like either they was already rich or they was making a pretty mean coin off of being content creators. It appears that way. See, the thing is, once you get to a money bracket, a certain amount of money, there's no more normalizing things for you. There's YouTubers that have been proposed, or should I say, what's the name I'm looking for? There's YouTubers that have been propositioned, and when they found out that behind the closed curtain was the boogeyman, like they had been told, when they found out that it was true, they just stopped creating stuff. When they seen the Wiz behind the curtain and they realized that you really had to sell your soul after you get to a certain amount of money, a certain amount of success, when they realized that, oh, they just stopped making money. It was a dude on here, y'all. He wear glasses, y'all. And they be using his little skits. And one of his little skits, he have a crowd of people around him. And he say stuff like, "You've been bamboozled. You've been had." And just start shaking, nodding his head at the camera. You be like, what the hell? That dude right there, I'ma find him and I'ma post it up on my community wall. He just stopped being a content creator. He was invited to California. He went out there. He was propositioned. And there was like 20 other content creators that were invited out there. And a handful of them jumped in. Handful of them was groomed and ready to go. But the rest of them, they was terrified. And they ain't put nothing else on YouTube since. And one of them was this the black young man I'm telling y'all about. Haven't made anything since. Because I tell y'all, the real reality ain't this fairy tale land y'all think about it. You think that you make all this money that's just it? No. No. Cam Newton uh did a show probably about a month ago, and he was showing the people that when you get these multi-million-dollar contracts, $100 million contracts, that these people 9 times out of 10 in 1 year don't even bring home $1 million. Now, when it comes to football, right? Not only do you got to pay taxes off that 200 million, right? So when they take their taxes, that 200 million comes like to what? 130 after taxes, right? You got to pay taxes in the city you live in. It's going to be some hundreds of thousands of dollars. And every city you go play football in, it's going to be the cities that you got to go through twice, hundreds of thousands of dollars. The cities that you got to go in once is based on how they taxes is in their city. Well over $50,000, $70,000, etc. So he showed Jared Goff's, after all the taxes and stuff, that he was bringing home less than $1 million. He's bringing home like every year like $900,000. So we got our kids going out there getting made into walking corpse, taking all them hits upside the head, risking their lives from being paralyzed, being crushed, going through brain damage, Alzheimer's at early age, losing their mind because they done took all these hits upside the head, barely can walk at 30-something years old. And you ain't even bringing home an actual million after taxes. $200-something million contract. I don't know if I posted that, but when I get finished talking here, I'm going to post that video of Cam Newton showing you that money is an illusion. It's not what you think it is. And that blew my mind because I always said that how do you get that much money and end up broke? You know how they be showing all these people, Hall of Famers, and they still end up broke? How can you go through all that, put your body and your mind through all that, make all that money and still end up broke? Well, because you spend it this, that, and the other. Yeah, I can understand that for a handful. But almost everybody. Now, I can understand if you say a handful of people end up that way. But almost everybody end up that way. Almost everybody. Like, wow. That's why when I found out that it wasn't real, I stopped all access with my kids. I stopped taking them to the parks to go practice and, oh, no. And then I know y'all heard me bring this up before when I found out what happened at Penn State. Them young boys had to touch their toes. Hell no. I told my kids, I told my children, and they went through the strokes with me. I say, because of all this stuff, I can't give you my support on this stuff no more. Now, when you turn 18 and able to make the decision for yourself, they say you legal, then you can. But as far as me having to sign this affidavit and get permission, so if you paralyzed or get critically injured, that we can't blame the school or blame the program, that we take full responsibility, I can't sign that no more. I'm not with that. I'm with the being off the streets, but we be thinking our kids safe by doing this, that, and the other, and our kids be in just as much danger. And them locker rooms trying to escape them coaches and those real hard body boys that's was raised to fight and beat people up. Thinking our kids safe. Yeah, man. But keeping a simple eye. And I can assure you that YouTuber wouldn't be, the young lady wouldn't be dead. And she was adorable. And he, I look at him as like one of my sons. Like, man, how bad would I be hurt if I seen one of my sons in a situation like that? But it happens every day, y'all. It's so easy to make an innocent man into a villain when you own the media and you own the local police. You can make an innocent man into a killer. You don't even need no evidence. All you need is an image that kind of sort of favor yours on a video, and all you need them to say is that's you, and there you go. You a mass murderer, a killer. You ain't lifted a finger. And they telling you, hey, we make this all go away. All you got to do is sign your name on this dotted line. And then when you weak enough to sign that name on that dotted line, right? They make it all go away just like they told you. Oh, it wasn't him that did it. It was a such and such, and he got framed for it, and the police was able to clear it up, and he had an alibi, and this, that, and other. That's how you know they signed. That's how you know they gave in, because now they didn't do it. Now, you know, they found out who really did it. But here they is, they done plastered your name and your face all around the news. Just like they did the young man down there in Texas. They was out there having a gun demonstration, and somebody started shooting a gun, and they put this man's face on the news. Somebody called him while he was out there having a gun demonstration and text him the visuals on the news. He showed his brother, and him and his brother walked outside, walked to the police station to turn the brother in and said, hey, check my brother gun right now. He ain't letting off no shots. We been out here. We ain't nowhere near where they saying these shots rang off at. We been right here. So these police had this boy face, and this boy ain't did nothing. They didn't just have him plastered on the local news. They had him plastered all over the United States, y'all. So when the dude and his brother seen this, they looked at each other like, oh, shit. Forgive my French. They framing you, man. You know, like they did the hijackers. Y'all remember the hijackers? When people seen them faces on the news, they told they people like, hey, how you dead and blew up in a jet accident, and you right here at work? They did this young melanated man just like this in Texas a few years ago, and the man was in public eye the whole time, and they showed his face and said that he just shot up some people, and this man ain't even pulled the trigger on his gun. It's so easy for them to turn an innocent man into a predator, a killer. Why y'all gotta be careful, man. Keep a simple eye. Keep a simple eye. All of their rights, all of that stuff is a trap. Think of how many people you know with guns that have used their guns justly. We see a lot of people that don't get prosecuted and don't get in trouble, but we see a whole lot of other people that do get in trouble. They use all of those things to entrap those people that believe in their laws instead of believing in the Most High, and they get in trouble for it. I was in prison with a guy that got 5 years for shooting somebody that was walking out their door with their TV. And the house was dark. He don't know if this dude was walking towards him with the TV or away from him. He just knew his whole family was in the house asleep, and he see a dude bigger than him in the dark walking through the door, or through the door coming his way, or through the door going out, and shot. And man got 5 years. Man got 5 years. So like I said, a lot of these things are traps and snares. And what's the whole purpose for it all? To distract us from the Most High. Keep us going against each other. Keep us at war with each other. So we can't realize that we both being hunted. We both on a chopping block. But yeah, once again, don't get it twisted what King Curl here for. King Curl ain't here to be stroked and have his fur rubbed by no another man or woman. No sirree, Bob. King Curl here to create dialogue, maybe rant a little bit every now and again, and hopefully get some awareness in some form or fashion. Maybe speak on politics. Cynthia Rose was speaking on the Donald Trump situation. I wanted to hear her input. I like hearing people input. She was speaking on the ghetto intellect thing. The dude that was threatening ZX. I like to hear people's different opinion about hearing different things. I don't like hearing one-sided conversations. So I want to find out the pros and cons of a lot of the stuff that I don't be around for, and want to get down to the bottom of it. We don't hate on nobody. We don't hate on nobody. Those women that I went after, one woman sent somebody to my goddaughter's house with a camera. One woman slandered my name, called me a scammer. I don't go after nobody because they're beefing with somebody I know and all that shit. No, I wait till they offend me. And I try to pull their coattail on them. Try to see what's going on. Most of them too coward to face me. So I press the live button for a reason. I want to have a platform where, hey, when you do that to me, I can go back to my platform and put the dialogue down on my own. Nobody on here I ever went after because they don't do something not on purpose them to do. I always went after a person because they came at me first. Most times I overlook it, but sometimes I do show how perfectly imperfect I am. And I can't promise y'all I won't do that. I can promise y'all though, as long as I'm living, I'm gonna be imperfect in this world. I can't promise you that though. So until my casket drop, you understand, I know it was a lot of people. I understand there was a lot of people that was wishing for it to happen, but it ain't happened yet. You cowards. It ain't happened yet. There go my girl. What's going on, girl? I ain't seen you. Hey, mama. I ain't seen you. I've been liking my little community posts I've been seeing from you, but ain't seen you. Hope you doing good. Hope everything is fine. But yeah, y'all, I just been checking things out here and there, vibing. Always like to put a PSA out, you know what I'm saying? An update, if you will. Uh, was glad to see Cookie made her way back. And she don't go too far. She just living her life. You know what I mean? You know, that's the thing about people that have real lives. They just can't do both, you know. You put the one you value more first. And if you got time to do the one you value less, then you do it. But if not, hey, it'll happen when I get to it, you know. Other than that, I don't, I'm not picking at nobody and none of that stuff. I'm thinking about making a tour, a world tour, a YouTube tour. Uh, I think I'm about ready. I done gave people enough to think about what they need to think about. Think I'm ready to put folks pull the wool off of these sheeps. Pull the wool off of the sheeps and show how much of a wolf they really are up under there. You did? Think I'm ready to do that. Oh shoot, my wife just ordered the steam cleaner. I ain't know nothing about it. Yeah, yeah. But I really enjoy um, you know, getting this stuff off my chest when I have something on there. I don't know if y'all listen to your own videos, but y'all need to go back and listen to them sometimes, y'all. Because sometimes you be under for lack of a better word, you be up under a possession sometimes. And those truths just be coming out, man. That's why it's important that you live in your truth because you ain't never got to worry about saying the wrong thing or saying something you don't mean. Live in your truth, and if people can't accept your truth, fuck them. Forgive my French, but I wanted that to like resonate as loud and as purposeful as it can. Fuck them. Live in your truth, man. Ain't nothing more valuable than you doing that. I was listening to what Cookie was talking about yesterday on the replay, and those characteristics of those people she was talking about, it's sad out here that people actually take this stuff serious like that. Like crying and like what? Belittling themselves, and not on no playful or, humble type shit, but doing it because they just don't think a lot about themselves. It's hurtful. You can say sad, but it's more hurtful than anything that people your age and older is out here in pain like this. And they're in pain, but they're actually not trying to help themselves. They're trying to put pain on other people. They're not trying to get treatment or a cure. They're trying to make their neighbor, their fellow man, feel the pain that they're feeling. And that's a sad reality, y'all. That's a sad reality. I can't in my right frame of mind talk about somebody, belittle somebody knowing that they sick like that. The dude from Mass, I can't possibly get mad at that person now that I know what's going on in the attic. I can't possibly go back and forth. I used to say it to categorize sick this and sick that. But when you know for sure a person is messed up mentally, shame on you to keep on digging in their ass. I always tell y'all, and I ain't gonna say always like that, but I just thought about it recently though. Vengeance is best served by the creator. Or should I say revenge? You know how they say revenge is best served cold? See me? No. Vengeance is best served by my creator. Because my creator tell me I'm your God and vengeance is mine. Meaning, son, don't even get your thoughts or your hands dirty. You're going to get justice. You don't have to worry about that. Pray about it. Talk to me about it. Come back to your senses. And I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that. And see, one thing I don't do, y'all, I don't wish or pray for harm on none of my enemies, none of my ops. I don't pray for harm to them or their families. No. That's a no-no, y'all. That's the wicked one winning right there. You don't pray for, harm being done. They may have done harm to you, but don't pray for harm being done to them. Don't do that. Because whenever you point your finger at somebody, you point two at yourself. Don't do it. Don't get a wicked one that type of access to you. Your mental. Don't ever let them see you sweat. Don't ever let your ops see you sweat. If you at a point right now, you got something going on and you think that you're going to be overwhelmed when people come talking negative to you, ignore them. The power we got on here, block them. Then when you get your real life together, when you get things cleared up in your mind, then you can hatch them down. You can mow them down. But till then, ignore them. Be one of these characters on here that's on here boo-hooing and crying, but because they are a stranger, somebody they never met in real life, say something to them that hurt their feelings. No, we do things on my time. You don't do things on your time, nigga. What my man Denzel say? I'm the man in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Hey, you got to be the man or the one man in your world. You can't let nobody else rule your turf. Can't let nobody else dictate your thought process and your movement. You got to do that. That's what I want you to say to yourself at the end of the day. I'm the man or one man in this piece. You don't get nobody else the ownership over that in your world. You kidding me? Shoot. Shoot, we don't move like that, baby. We move with purpose. We move with purpose. I be damn I let one of these strangers get up under my skin. I laugh at these niggas. I laugh at them. This entertainment to me. Even when they go as far as trying to get me find out where I live and all this stuff. No, man. Hey, when you come, you better come right. You better come right. And I'm gonna tell you, stupid niggas, I'm not worth you spending your life in prison for. I'm not worth that. You trying to give me a free ticket to everlasting life, because Lord knows I'm not out here these days trying to put harm on nobody. I'm trying to love. I'm trying to love and give love and show love. So you put the permanent sleeper on me, baby. I'll be waking up in an incorruptible body. You give me the easy way out. While you gonna be suffering in a cell or in your mind for the rest of your life. Yeah, I rub shoulder to shoulder with killers. I know what really goes on behind the scenes. I know about the prison, the mental prison. I know about those things. I'm very familiar with it. The mental prison is just as dangerous as the real prison, as the physical prison. Y'all ain't never looked at them shows, First 48, and you be saying this nigga he basically got away with it, and the nigga told on himself. You know why they tell on themselves? Because of what I'm telling you now. Because the mental prison is if not more dangerous than the physical prison. The mental prison will have you killing yourself before the physical prison will have you killing yourself. See, I played rock and roll with real killers. Real. And then the last time I went to jail, y'all, what was that, 22? Was that 20? They had me locked up with all killers. With all killers. And guess what they did, y'all? They seen I was older and I was hurt because I had just hurt my back. They told me, hey, man, I know this was a long time ago, man, but you think you're going to be safe locked up with them? And I said, what you mean locked up with them? He explained, this dude here for killing, this dude here from shooting, this, killing. And I said, why wouldn't I be safe? Well, because you got CSC from 1995. I said, man, if you don't get me the fuck up out of here, you think I'm worried about one of these niggas doing something to me? Threw me off up in there. And hey, what was we talking about? What was I in there talking to them killers about, y'all? Make a wild guess. What was I in jail, in Wayne County Jail, talking to a gang of killers about? Hey, boo, can you make your pop some coffee? Make sure you taste it. What do y'all think I was talking to them killers about, y'all, for 3 days? God, politics, and the streets. You think those killers gave a damn about what I did in 95? You think I hid what happened in 95, my first time being in jail? Because I hadn't seen inside of Wayne County since 95. And do you think they hated me or loved me by the time we split up from each other? That part. That part. And these niggas thought that I was ashamed or afraid of. Probably in 95, yeah. But nigga, I'm 46 years old. I triple dog dick there, nigga. And those niggas wasn't in prison for killing with their bare hand. All niggas was in there killing with guns, knives. Well, guns. I ain't gonna even say no knives. I ain't now one of them told me about no knife situation. It's so important to live in your truth, man. Be your own man. Trust me, you'll never regret it. Never regret it. And before I go on my tour, y'all, because y'all may see me pop up in some places where I might not even know where I'm at. I might not even know what's going on. But I'm going to pop up in places and then I'm going to tell them about myself. Now that it's out, now I can do what I wanted to do since I pressed the live button. And I'm going to ask them what they think about it. Now that the cat is out the bag, I can show people not just to live in your truth, but how to live, period. I can do this like Brutus. You understand? Shoot. So don't be surprised. You see me end up somewhere like Mahia or Ness, J Dunn. I do be over there, but y'all know I don't hit no what you call them panels or nothing like that. I'm asking for links. Y'all. I ain't just going to sit in the clouds like I usually do. I'm asking for links. I'm giving out free money. You did. But y'all, I didn't talk myself. I had some other stuff to talk about, but I didn't talk myself out now. It's getting kind of late now. I got to get myself together. Go in this bathroom and continue the rituals. Look at a few more things on YouTube while I'm doing so, and give me something to eat. Ate nothing yet. Went to bed with like a slight little tummy ache last night, and I only ate one. Oh, no, I ate twice yesterday. But what did I eat last night? Fried chicken pita last night, and some fries, and I didn't feel all that great, like hours later when I got ready for bed. So I didn't wake up with no appetite. I still ain't got no appetite, but I know I will by the time I get myself together, start cleaning up and stuff. So love y'all. I hope y'all day is as beautiful as mine is, because mine's looking beautiful. And I pray all the stress be alleviated off y'all. Those of y'all who haven't figured out how to, relieve yourselves of the stress, I pray that stress be relieved off you. Pray that your eyes be open and see the things I see, especially see me. I'm not a threat to you unless you a liar, or no good son of a gun. And then if that's the case, I just want you to be better. Don't want you to die because of it. Don't want to pray that something bad happened to you because you haven't figured things out. Like you reap what you sow, and everything you do come back to you. Just want you to realize it and do better. That's all. So till next time, y'all be safe out there. Thanks my two people in the chat for coming up and speaking to me. Appreciate that. I holler back at y'all when I get a chance to. Y'all know how we do it. Peace, y'all.